Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Going to cover a couple different things in this video. I'm going to do the video response to Return to Collecting. Darren, who's doing a really great giveaway for getting to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to do my video response. First time I've ever done a video response on YouTube. And so we're going to do that. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on the collection that I picked up last weekend, or the parts of the collection I picked up, the multi-sport collection, specifically the box that had a lot of 1976 cards in it. I want to mention that. And then I'm just going to do a quick run through of some cards that I just got back from SGC, all of which you probably have seen previously if you watch our other videos. They were ones that went into a sub, and they came back this week, so we just want to run through those grades really quick. Okay, so the video response for Darren for Return to Collecting, the question that he had is, what is the goal card, a card that you want to try to acquire at some point in the next year? And, this is an interesting thing to talk about, because I feel like this has been the sort of shift in the way that I've collected over the course of this year, which is I went from filling out my collection, trying to get, cards that I kind of have wanted that were sort of cheaper, raw cards from all different eras, and cards that I will all try to eventually talk about at some point on the channel here, and talk about the sets, talk about the players, that kind of thing, to, also building sets, which I did. I built the 59 set, I've built the 68 set. And now I feel like I am focused a little bit more on acquiring bigger cards, and in particular, even like cards that are pre-war era. And so there's a couple of shows coming up that I'll be going to, locally, and I was going to mention this at the end, but I'm going to post this tonight, Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday, which maybe will be when you see this, or later in the weekend, I am going to be going to the Polar Park Card Show in Worcester, so you will see my next video should be a recap of that, which is really great. First time they've ever done the card show there at Polar Park, so that's really exciting, and I'm excited to go and hopefully get some cool stuff to show you guys when we come back. But, we have Philly show in September, and also the Shriners back in Boston at the beginning of November, and probably be a few other shows here and there. I think those are going to be opportunities for me to work on some of my list. And I've created this list that is all of these cards that I want to acquire at some point, and some of them will be a lot easier to acquire than others, that's for sure. But if the question is, what's one card that I really want to try to acquire at some point in the next year, the answer to that is definitely the 48, 49, whichever one you want to call it, 48-49 Leaf Ted Williams card. And I definitely would be looking for it in a lower grade, probably even an authentic, even possibly, but a 1, 1.5, 2 is probably the maximum. It is an iconic card. It's a rare card. It's rare. I feel like the 48 Leaf cards have lower population than some of the other sets of the era. It's been harder, I think, for them to survive for whatever reason. It's such an iconic card of Ted, and he, is in that follows through the swing. It's, 49. He is I believe he wins the Triple Crown that year in 49. And he's just, it's just such a great card. So that's a huge ad. That's like, realistically, the Ted Williams rookie card, the 39 play ball, is going to be a really tough card to acquire, even, lower grade. A 1 of that card, like even an authentic, probably the best you're going to do that's probably like at least a $2,500 card. I think in a 1 for a Ted Williams 48-49 Leaf is probably around 1,000, hopefully a little bit under. And I think I can, that's a card that I will be able to save up for and manage and get that. So definitely hoping to acquire that one at some point in the next year. I'll also mention a few other like pre-war Red Sox cards. The American Caramel Cy Young would be just a dream to own, but I think that's going to be probably out of my price range for a long time. I would love a 1915 Cracker Jack Smokey Joe Wood. The card is incredible. It's so amazing. And a card that I think is much more realistic, that hopefully by the end of this actual year I'd like to acquire, is the 34 Diamond Stars Lefty Grove. such an iconic, great card. So those are a few pre-war Red Sox cards I'd like to buy. And then, you know, I have a lot of other cards that are on my want list. Other 48, 49 Leafs, I would love to get the Musial rookie. I would love to get Joe DiMaggio. That will probably be the playing days DiMaggio that I'll target, is the 48, 49 Leaf one. You know, Hall of Fame rookies, I'm kind of just down to like Clemente and Seaver for the sort of 1955 and after. I'd love to get the Hank Aaron rookie. I'd love to get another Ernie Banks rookie. I had an authentic. I sold it back to the person I bought it from, just to try to get something else that I actually wanted. I wasn't, after I bought it, I realized I wasn't happy with it. So they did. It was my guy Matt from Providence, who's happy to do returns. So if I'm ever sort of not satisfied or happy with a card ultimately, and it, through no fault of his own, obviously. Great deal of shout out to Matt. Hopefully, gonna see him tomorrow. Hopefully, do another nice deal with him. So those are sort of the goal cards. As far as the other part of Darren's video response, I just wanted to make sure that I accurately said the names of he said to shout out 3 channels with fewer than 300 subscribers. And we're closing in on 400, so I really appreciate that from everybody. But I just want to say, my buddy, everyday card collector, Jason, great guy, always does a great. Always really appreciate his comments on our videos here. So I want to shout him out, and his is at everyday card collector -Jason. So be sure to check him out. Vintage Card Voyage, and it's at Vintage Card Voyage, is another one that I've been enjoying their content of some of their vintage stuff. And then Vintage Dave T, so it's at vintage_Dave_T. He's done a few videos. He is a regular commenter on our 59 Tops Friday videos, so I want to say thank you very much to Dave for that. So those are the 3 ones to check out. So again, check out Darren, check out Return to Collecting. The giveaway for this video response that he's doing is he's giving away an SGC 1 of a T206 Christy Mathewson white cap card, which is actually on my want list. That is a card that I really want too. So fingers crossed. But thank you to Darren for doing this. So, all right. So that's that part of this. Let's talk a little bit about the collection that I picked up some of the cards from, and I wanted to share sort of an update about what was in this box. And I don't want to dump the cards out, but basically this, what I did was I went through the box, and you can kind of see, let's see if I can, yep, you can see them here. I went through this box, you see my eyes, hi. I went through the box, and it was basically all 76 tops. There were a couple of 77 tops checklists in here, interestingly enough. But they were... I picked out all of the duplicates, and there were a lot of duplicates in this. But the cards are in okay shape. But basically, I would say that there's roughly like 500 unique cards from the 76 top set in this. There were a lot of duplicates, especially of the traded cards. And the way that Topps did the traded cards in 76 was that, like, if card number, so for example, Fergie Jenkins got traded, his card number 250, 250T would be the traded card, so it would kind of insert back into the set. I think they did that in 74, 75, like some of those other years. So there were a lot of those in here. I'm not really sure why exactly, but so there were also a good number of duplicate Hall of Famers, which was cool. But yeah, so a lot of the big cards are in here. Nolan Ryan was in here. I want to try to find probably the single biggest actual card in this set is the Eckersley rookie, which is in here. So I wanted to show that to you guys. Here it is. There we go. So Eckersley rookie, not in terrible shape. I have it graded in, I believe, a 5.5 already, and then I think I might have one in my vintage book too. I also have his SSPC rookie from 75 technically. So there you go. So that is in here, and there were other duplicate Hall of Famers. It was like a Nolan Ryan. There were 2 Nolan Ryans in here. There were 2 George Bretts in here. There were 2 of a bunch of different cards. So so really cool stuff. Just going to try to slot this one back in here. And so I pulled out the duplicates. I put a bunch of the duplicates, like a big duplicate lot, up for sale. and nobody's wanted to buy it quite yet, so we'll see what happens with that. I have sold a few other cards from this collection that I picked up this week. I sold the Molitor rookie. I sold a few of the cards that you saw there. My plan is to send the Sweetness rookie, Walter Payton rookie, in for grading, and that will go in my next SGC order, which, depending on what I pick up this weekend, I might send that out next week, possibly. So, and then as far as this set goes, I'll probably try to finish it at some point. It's not a huge priority for me, but I probably will, just putting that down, I probably will try to actually complete that set. And then I'll have a 76 set. I had a few other random 76 commons kicking around that I inserted in slotted in the right spot. So I have to go through, come up with the checklist, come up with the list of all of the cards I have and all the cards I need, and we'll finish that set at some point. So then I'll have a 70 set. So I'm really glad that I took that box, because it's fun to go through it this week. Okay, so last thing before we go is I want to show you some cards that came back from SGC this week. So there's 6 cards here. This was I did send in 20 cards, but 14 of the 20 cards were from my 63 top set, which I decided to break it up, and I've sold off almost most of it. I kept a few cards. I kept the Stargell rookie, I kept the Oliva rookie, I kept 9 cards for 1 page in my vintage book, but I've also kept the Mantle for now. We'll see if I end up how long I end up keeping that. I had that in an SGC4. I have it in SGC4. But I decided to get all of those cards off to grade. I got them back. It's very funny. I tried to build a VGEX set, a very good to excellent set of 63 tops. And I sent in 14 cards for grading to SGC that were basically all Hall of Famers plus Roger Maris. And every single one of those cards came back either a 3, a 3.5, or a 4, which means VG, VG plus, or VGEX. So I'd say I did a pretty good job in terms of building the set the way I wanted to. So, but like I said, my focus going forward is on bigger cards. So I sold those off. So that I could use that money mostly probably for Philly show next month. But anyway, so that was in there. But there were 6 cards that came back that are going to stay in the PC. And if you've watched our channel, like I said earlier, you've probably seen these videos previously. You've seen these cards previously. So the first 2 are my 239 play ball cards that I picked up of Hall of Famers, Earl Averill and Paul Wainer. And this is the first time I've really tried to do it like this, but the Paul Wainer came back, this is the Earl Averill. This came back as a 2. Not a huge shock, because you can see there's some staining there on the left, and then also there's some staining on the back as well. But still, this is my first playing days Earl Averill card. And also Lloyd Wainer. This was also a 2. Little Poison, as opposed to Big Poison, and he certainly did not have as good of a career as his brother. But same thing, this probably came from the same set, the same group, but this has some stains on it, on the front and the back. But either way, these are nice 39 play ball editions. Like I said, this is the set where the Ted Williams rookie card comes from. I sent in another Andre Dawson rookie, and I'm going to just cover this up for now, the grade. And I had sent in one of these to PSA, and they didn't grade it because they said it was miscut. So I was like, all right. So unlike the other 77 rookie that I have trouble with, Bruce Sutter, this one I finally got back in a suitable grade to keep in my Hall of Fame rookie PC. So it came in at 5. So the Hawk, Andre Dawson, nice card. Nice centering's not too bad. A little bit off center, top to bottom on the back. But so there we go. We got a winner there. All right, last 3 are really great, fun cards, and they all pretty much came in the grades I was expecting. And you have seen this one. I picked this one up raw, the 52 Wheaties hand cut of Ted Williams, and I was hoping this would get a numerical grade, but it did not. It came back as authentic, minimum size not met. Not a huge surprise necessarily. Let me hold it right there for you. So you can see, really great card. Interesting thing about 52, I've mentioned this previously, that there's just not a lot of 52 Ted Williams cards. There's basically this, there's the Burke Ross, and there's like the Redman Tobacco with the tab or without the tab. And 52 is an interesting year for Ted because he goes to Korea, and I think he only played in 9 games that entire season. But anyway, great shot of him with the bat. Not too far off from the 50 and 51 Bowmans that you've seen previously. All right, here's a good one. You've seen this, and again, I'm not even going to bother covering up the grade, but this was the Cracker Jack Hugh Jennings card that I bought from Ash, from Ashish Jain of Legacy Cards. Shout out to Ash. And it came back, and it was, really beat up, obviously, a lot missing. It came back authentic, which I was not surprised by when you see that there's barely a card there. The only thing I'm a little bummed about is you can't really tell. It's a little bit crooked in the slab, but that's okay. Like I said, the biggest thing for me with this was just to get it protected in the state it was in, because these cards are paper thin. But wasn't surprised by the grade on that. All right, last card, last of the 6 that are going to stay in my PC. This is the hot dog card, Nellie Fox, 1954 Wilson Franks, and again, was hoping for this grade, expecting this grade, but was worried maybe it was going to be a 1, but was worried it was just going to get authentic, but it got the 1. So there you go, the card exposed to the hot dog juice, and this was a really nice buy from Wicked Sports Rhode Island, so that's going to stay in the PC of Nellie Fox with the hot dogs on the brain. So anyway. All right, so that's going to do it. Like I said, again, tomorrow, the 24th, I will be at the Polar Park Card Show. Really looking forward to that. Next video, probably either Sunday or Monday, will be my recap of that, and hopefully I'll have some cool stuff to be able to show you. We're going to get back into some pack rips. I got to get back into some pack rips next week. Haven't done nearly enough of those. Football season's around the corner. Going to probably start to work through some football packs. Maybe going to start doing some pack rips on shorts. I did that Sea Dogs team set rip on a short. So maybe we'll see more shorts. If you like the shorts, let me know. So that's going to do it for this edition of Wax Pack Wisdom. Tell me what you thought of these cards, of these grades. Do you think that the grades were fair? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of this video. Please leave us a comment, leave us a like, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our Wax Pack Wisdom content. In the description of this video, you'll find our links to where you can follow us on all social media channels, as well as a list of our favorite nonprofits and charities. You'll find a link to the list of our favorite nonprofits and charities. It would mean a lot to us if you could support one of those if you enjoy this content. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.